Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. I think today is the day I'm going to talk about some of the safety risks that I have came across while I'm on the road. Especially as a new rider, I think these things will give you a heads up that what to expect on the road. I think number one thing about riding is self-awareness, and also about being aware of the environment, right? Like when you drive in the car, you have that safety barrier of four wheels and a cake to protect you. But if you know when you're riding, you're exposed for all the elements. And not only that, now you have to think behalf of all the other riders and the other drivers. One of the key concerns that I have came across when I'm riding is roundabouts. Roundabouts is very concerning. Why? A lot of times drivers are distracted. Even if you have your turn signal on, so and so, they have to go quicker, they have to go faster. They're used to doing that with the cars, but they do not understand the impact that will happen if they collide with you. So number one, I think it's roundabouts. Be very careful when you're on the road, especially when you see a roundabout. Try to be on a lower gear, slow down, try to predict the next driver that's before you going through, because most of the time you'll have a sense of what they're about to do once you start riding. That's number one. Number two is going to be corners. Guys, if you have a sports bike, I'm sure you guys love to do corners. You guys want to do the knee downs, so and so. But be very careful because of the road conditions. Unlike the track, the chance of you getting injured is really high. Especially for newbie riders that, the guys that was the GP, MotoGP and come back and they want to replicate what is happening on the track in the roads. They started riding and they think, it's easy, right? It is easy, but don't forget, there's so many factors that you have to take in consideration doing such things on the public roads. Number one, if you slide, you don't know what's going to happen behind the car coming behind you, right? In the track, it's predictable, right? If you slide down, there's safety barriers and so, but on general public roads, unfortunately, you won't be getting that. Number three, guys, is distracted drivers. If you ride on a day-to-day basis, God, I'm sure you guys experience this at least once or twice. There's three different type of people. There's type of people that do not indicate, they don't care, they are self-entitled, they will just turn left, right and center regardless, right? So be very careful. If you feel somebody is about to turn left or right, one thing that can help you is that stay on the left of the road, number one. Number two, make sure you keep a big gap. I know it's impossible sometimes in the traffic, but still try as much as you can, keep a longer distance so there's enough time for you to stop or move or swerve around. Number three is with these type of drivers that do not escalate trouble. A lot of people have a bad time, and one thing I realized, when they finish work or so, they try to take it on the rest of the drivers or the riders on the road. So end of the day, your goal is to enjoy your time and get back home safe to your family and your friends. So be very careful of what you do on the roads, especially times like these. There's another type of drivers that they generally can't drive. They generally can't drive. So this is the times that I'm saying, for example, in a roundabout scenario, if you feel somebody's not paying attention and they're going to ride straight through, it's your duty to take precaution and do the right thing and give them time. Because at the end of the day, your life is worth a lot more than you doing the right thing and trying to get away from the roundabout just because you have the right of way, right? So that's another thing. Number three, guys that want to race you on the road. Be very careful. At least in Australia, there's so many undercover cops. Number one. Then there's number two, that people just don't care. Like, whether they want to win the race or whatever, they might do stupid things that could put you in danger. So guys, don't race on the roads. I know it's easy said than done, but hold on to temptation. And everybody knows your bike is faster than those cars. Come on now. So hold on, do not race people on the road. So that's one of the reasons there's tracks, right? So I really emphasize on safety. Why? I have gone down by doing stupid things. And every time I've gone down, I think about how I'm going to make a living now. How I'm going to go back to my loved one. So you don't want to risk it. Trust me, you don't. Number 4 on the list is road conditions. I can't stress enough, especially in Australia at least, some of the roads are terrible to begin with. Potholes, grime and oil and so. It's a mess. So always take precaution. Obviously while you're doing your training, they will advise you never to ride in the middle of the road. There's a reason, because all the debris and dirt will build up in the middle. So practice what you have learned. So always keep your distance. Don't ride above your limits. And if it's raining, I would prefer you take a break, because not every single bike out there has traction control and so. Even then, the chance of you sliding or something happening is really high. So always make sure that if you're riding in a new road, for instance, don't give your best on the first day. Experiment it, go the first round, know the corners, know the curves, get to know this place before you go to your full potential on that road. I think the last one is going to be inexperienced. A lot of riders does a thing called ego riding. You know this, you don't want to admit it, but you know it. For example, you see a car, you know you're faster than them, but they look at you in the wrong way. You have to race the guy now to prove a point. So sometimes there's a saying, it says, stay humble or be humbled. So when you're doing something like that, make sure that you don't injure yourself, because it has happened to me. This is personal experience. I've tried to take off from the signal so quick. I've ended up doing mistaken wheelies, right? So you don't want to get into an incident where you do stupid things and you injure, and not only you kill your ego, you're going to embarrass yourself. So make sure that understand, if you're a new rider, you're still inexperienced, you don't know some of the things. For example, number 2, when I first started riding, I thought I knew it all. And one time I was dropping gears, downshifting, making that noise. I downshifted so fast, I went to a lower gear where my rear wheel spin out. Guess what? I learned my lesson. But certain things like that, it's not just limited to those 2 factors. There's so many other factors that we don't know that could happen. So education, number 1. So make sure you learn your bike and learn more new skills. Follow people like, I think it's called Fireman Dan. He does really good videos on YouTube, so give him a follow and follow up, because he does really good instructional videos on how to stay safe, etc. And number 2, just take it easy, guys. You in the long run, you're not going to stop riding tomorrow. You will stop riding if you're going to injure yourself, right? So learn more, take your time, enjoy your time, and you'll be all right. I'll be coming up with more new videos, so hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you liked it, subscribe, give a thumbs up. We'll be back with a new video. Thank you.